Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 3 of my Tottenham Hotspur career mode, where we will be playing through some of September here, as we have 6 games. So we will be playing Arsenal, Crystal Palace and Bayern Munich today, and then in tomorrow's episode we'll be playing Leicester and then Southampton twice, once in the Carabao Cup and once in the league. But obviously today we're focusing on Arsenal, Bayern Munich and Crystal Palace. Hopefully we could do a little bit better than we did yesterday, in which we picked up 1 win and 2 losses, with one of the losses coming against Manchester City, which is fair enough, but the other one was in the simulated match against Newcastle, which I would have preferred to have a better result. A win here will take us above Arsenal on goal difference, which would be very nice to have indeed. So we'll attend the press conference first, obviously, try and give our squad a little bit of a morale boost here. And, well, hopefully we can bring, hopefully 3 wins from today's episode. It's not been the greatest start to the season. I don't think it's a difficult task. We've played 3 games. Of course we're going to get back on track. Like, had this been, like, most of the way through the season and we're sitting in 15th, yes, we've played 3 games, we've got 3 points, so it's not the end of the world. How have you prepared for your next match? Our performance must be better, and I know that's a bit harsh on the team, but that is realistically what it should be. The performance should be better and must be better. Am I happy with the strength of my squad? Yes, I am very happy. We're good all over the pitch. Definitely. We've built a solid squad. We're good all over the pitch, and I have confidence that we'll handle this season without any problems. Hopefully. Obviously, we've got a fair few new players, so the fact that 1 or 2 of them maybe haven't settled in could be the reason behind some of our losses. Now, Issa Diop had an awful game against Manchester City. However, I'm tempted to give him another go, as Sanchez is still slightly injured. We'll keep Sanchez on the bench. Son can stay in the reserves for this match. I'm just seeing if there's any growth anywhere. Not that I can see. Oh no, Davies has gone up there to 80 overall. But yeah, I think we've definitely got ourselves a winning team here. It will just be hopefully that Diop can play a bit better. I am just going to check my sliders because I've been testing out different sliders, but these seem good. I'm just going to bump goalkeeper ability up a bit. Everything else I'm going to leave the same. So here we go. We'll get into this match for the North London derby here against Arsenal. We'll play in our alternate kit. They can play in their home kit. That's the team we're going to run out with. See, Sessegnon instead of Son, who's currently out injured. Hopefully he'll be back for the Leicester match, and that's the same with Sanchez. But here we go. Here we are at the Emirates Stadium here, obviously home of Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of lineup they play, players they brought in, players who they've let go maybe. So 2 players I can see there, Ozil and Leno, still playing. See a massive picture of one of the greatest players to have ever played for Arsenal, Thierry Henry. Like I say, if I win this match, I can go all the way up to 10th, possibly 11th if the other team with a game in hand also win. But 10th or 11th, I believe that's Kimpembe there, who is a new signing for them, which could be very interesting to see how he plays against us, obviously. So their lineup is Leno in goal, Bellerin, Kimpembe it was, Socrates and Kolasinac, Xhaka and Torreira in midfield, Pepe, Ozil, Aubameyang with Lacazette up front. On the bench, no one... Oh wait, no, Herman is new. Oh no, For some reason I thought they had 2 goalkeepers on the bench, but they don't. I always get Martinelli confused as a goalkeeper instead of Martinez. And obviously our lineup is Lloris, Aurier, Alderweireld, Diop, Davies, Lo Celso and Winks in midfield, Bergwijn and Sessegnon out on the wings, Ali through the middle with Kane up front. And on the bench, obviously, Player, Foden, and Ndombele, Moira, Sanchez, Aarons and Gazzaniga. As Torreira takes his corner short, Ozil, it's in, and it's just past the post there from Socrates, who almost made it 1-0 from the corner here, which wouldn't have been good, as we have not been good from corners so far, conceding 2 corners in the 2 played games we've played already. You get the throw in. It's no one here. Ben Davies, Sessegnon, Winks, Lo Celso, back to Winks, back to Kane, tries to turn. Socrates doesn't do very well, but Kane can't get the shot off, and Leno saves. Xhaka. Issa Diop does very well there. He's trying to prove that he was a good signing after the poor display against Manchester City. Harry Kane, it's a great save there from Bernd Leno. It's a poor clearance. Kane just lets that run. Up for Bergwijn, who also lets it run. Aurier inside. Lo Celso does well. Winks can't get the ball to Dele Alli, and Arsenal come away here. And Arsenal come on the attack again. Dele Alli closing down Torreira. Does well. Ball is still crossed in. Lloris deals with it. Bergwijn tries to pass it to Kane, but the defender picks that out again. And that's a very poor tackle from Lo Celso. Badly timed here. Wouldn't surprise me if it's a red. It is. Lo Celso is off here against Arsenal. A very late challenge. There's not really much you can argue with there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Ali back, and we're going to swap him out for Ndombele. Just as Ndombele's a bit more defensive. But yeah, Lacazette passes that, and then Lo Celso comes in. Does very well here, Diop. Definitely been proving himself in this match after the poor performance against Manchester City. Kane can't keep the ball. And Ndombele, Winks, out wide to Davies, Sessegnon, back to Winks, forward for Kane, and Ndombele, back to Kane, Sessegnon, forward for Kane again. Got absolutely nowhere to go. And Ndombele does well. And Ndombele's in. And Ndombele fires one in for us. It is 1-1 here. And Ndombele grabbing us the equaliser. We may be down to 10 men, but we're not going to give it up. And Ndombele does well to drop the shoulder on Mustafi, I believe that is. Oh no, Kolasinac, sorry. And just makes it a 1-on-1 with him and Leno. And there was one result at the end of that, and Ndombele was making sure he scored. There's still time for someone to grab a winner. We're just hoping that if someone does, it's me and not them. Diop, Alderweireld. Lacazette is through, and it's a great save from Lloris. And it's well recovered by Alderweireld. Phil Foden. Got time for one last attack, possibly. Kane. Ndombele. Kane. Can't keep that. Cleared away. Looking like it's going to be 1-1 here unless Arsenal do something, but they don't. And we pick up a point here, which is, for the fact we got a red card, a good result. Without the red card, I would be disappointed. I'm still fairly disappointed in the fact that we didn't win, but we couldn't do much else, and we come away with at least a point. A very even match, as you can see there. Just slightly, you could say, slightly dominated by us, but Arsenal had the better chances. They were in my box a lot more. They were threatening me more. I probably had 1 or 2 chances in that second half that were decent. Other than that, nothing. But here we are in the post-match press conference. Dele Alli is continuing his hot run of form. He did play well until obviously we brought him off to make the team a bit more defensive. I'll say other players should follow because he has played well. I mean, I need Kane to step up a bit. He hasn't scored. Well, he scored 1 so far this season. How this impact your squad selection? We've got depth. We have options. There we go. Winks can play there. Foden can play there. I can even drop Ali back and move Foden into Cam. I could definitely... Did you expect a draw from this game at half-time? I expected at least a draw. I always expect a draw. I expect to pick up a point against a side like Arsenal. Like, a decent side, but I can definitely do better. Obviously, this is just the Celso out for only 1 match, which I'm surprised with, but we'll just quickly train up Troy Parrott and Oliver Skip here. Troy Parrott is now 66 rated. Hopefully we can get him to nearer 70 by the start of next season, and then he can possibly replace Player. So we'll advance forward to the match. Oh, no, we've got an international break. So we'll obviously do another bit of training here with Harvey White first before our next match against Bayern, I believe. Harvey White is now 63 rated. But yes, I believe we have Bayern in the Champions League first. Oh, wait, no, we've got Premier League graphics. We must have... Oh, we've got Palace first, obviously, of course. And then we have Bayern. And Son is asking to start. I'll consider it. I'm tempted not to, so he's fully fit for the match against Bayern, obviously. And Ndombele will start this match. And Fernandes will come onto the bench. I'm going to start Sanchez. I'm going to give Max Aarons a start as well here. And, I mean, Ali's just been playing extremely well, so I'm not going to look to bring him off. I'll bring Son onto the bench. And, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that squad. Obviously, we've got Bayern midweek, which I would love to pick up 3 points on, but that may not be possible. However, we'll go into this Palace match here. They can play in their away kit. And we know our starting lineup for this match. So, let's get into it. So here we are, back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for a home match against Palace. Hopefully, they're not fielding as too strong a team. I reckon Zaha will be in there. Cahill's there. Guaita, possibly in goal. Most likely in goal. I don't know if they've sold Zaha. Maximilian Meyer there. Cenk Toussaint. Unless that's Zaha there, but I don't think it is. He's not starting. He might be on the bench, but I'm hopeful that he's not there because he's a very good player and can do a lot of damage to us. So our lineup, as we know, Lloris, Aarons is getting a start, Sanchez is back in, and Ndombele is getting a start over the suspended Lo Celso. Sessegnon keeps his spot and Kane up front. Fernandes comes to the bench and Issa Diop goes back to the bench. And no, that's Kouyaté, I believe. So, by the looks of it, Zaha is not starting. I can't recall if he moved anywhere. They've got Guaita in goal, Ward, Kelly, Cahill and Kolarov at the back. Hendrick, Kouyaté, Bataglia, Mijalovic and Maya, and Cenk Tosun up front. And Zaha is not on the bench either, so I will have to look. Well, I won't look, but he must have moved on, otherwise, or is injured. Otherwise, he most likely would have been in their starting lineup. But hoping to pick up all 3 points here today. Winks out wide. Sessegnon in for Winks. Kane. Dele Alli is through, and well, if that's not a good sign, I don't know what is. Dele Alli picks up his 4th goal of the season. I mean, I'd rather it be Kane scoring, but as long as we're scoring goals, it's not the end of the world. Kane picking up a lot of the assists at the moment. It's a great finish there by Dele Alli. Just kind of goes through his foot, but we'll ignore that as he blasts that into the far post. 4 minutes into this game, Dele Alli picks up his 4th goal of the Premier League, and we go 1-0 up over Palace. Ward tackled by Sessegnon, who keeps it in. Plays it to Winks. Winks forward for Dele. Ndombele. Back to Dele Alli. Who... Okay, right. Dele Alli is suddenly becoming my striker. 9 minutes in and we're 2-0 up here. With a shot which... I mean, I did attempt to pass at first, but the pass to Kane... I went to pass that to Kane there, but Kane just ran, so Dele Alli took it again and whacked his foot through that. Cenk Tosun. Sanchez is there. Dele Alli. Out to Sessegnon. Back to Dele Alli. Ndombele. Through. Kane. Kane just misses there. Very close to making it 3-0 early on. It's a great little step over and just past the post there. And it's out for a Spurs corner. Whipped in. Crystal Palace get it away, but only as far as Ben Davies, who gets that back into Sessegnon. Winks tries to get that through for Kane, but Kiate picks it up and sends it out for a Tottenham throw. Winks. Davies. Winks. Back to Ndombele. Back to Kane. Lets it run. Kane is there, and Kane makes it 3. Early on here, 26 minutes in, it is 3-0 to Tottenham. This could be an absolute annihilation here of Palace. I mean, not sure what Guaita was doing. He just took a step too far out and left so much of the goal open that Kane couldn't miss. Maya standing over it. It's crossed in. The header is won by Kiate, but it's over the bar. Lloris plays that short to Max Aarons. Plays it inside. Ndombele. Ali. Winks. Davis through for Sessegnon. Finds Kane. Lets it run. Dele Alli. Back to Kane. Cahill clears that out for a Tottenham throw. Crossed in, and it's a Tottenham corner here now on the stroke of half time. Crossed in. Header not won. Alderweireld is there. Winks. It's a great save by Guaita, and it's another corner for Tottenham, trying to grab a 4th before half time here. It's in. Sanchez is underneath that, and it's over the bar. And we do go in at half time here. 3-0 up over Crystal Palace. It's a poor pass there. Winks keeps hold of that. And Ndombele puts Kane through. Kane is through. Kane has a shot. It's a great save by Guaita. And it's another corner here. Crystal Palace just not being able to defend anything. Kane is up and it's off the line. And that was well defended by Palace there. But we come again on an attack. Ndombele. Kane. Kane gets his 2nd of the game and our 4th. And I mean, we're just on fire in this game. There is absolutely nothing Crystal Palace can do to stop us at the moment. It's a lovely ball in. It's a lovely turn. And, I mean, 4-0 down. 4-0 up, sorry, at home against Crystal Palace. This is, A, good for our goal difference. And B, good for a bit of morale. It's a bit of a morale boost here. Palace play that long. But Sanchez is underneath it. They just cannot keep the ball out of their own half here. Kane and Ndombele. Ali, Kane. Kane gets his hat-trick. He's back on scoring form. It's 5-0 to Tottenham here. I am absolutely delighted with this performance so far. It's a lovely ball in. Ali just hears the shout and Kane opens his body out. Puts that into the corner. Makes it 5. He grabs his hat-trick. That's his 4th goal in the league. He was on 1 before this match. Dele Alli, possible foul on Kane, who looks like he's gone down injured, which is not what we need. Harry Winks has a shot, and it's a great save by Guaita there to deny us getting a 6th. It's a wonderful shot, slightly unsighted by Cahill, but just wasn't high enough. Kane is up, however I probably will look to bring him off in a minute due to the fact that he's picked up a knock. Sanchez, Winks, goes for another shot. Dele Alli lets that run through his legs. It's with Bergwijn. Bergwijn makes it 6 now. There is no stopping us from scoring today. I mean, the sliders are still set the same, and I will prove that to you just in case. But sliders for CPU are all the same. For me, they're all the same. They're all at 50. I'm just having an absolutely blinder of a match. But like I said, Kane will come off here for player, who will get his first start. Well, his first bit of action in the Tottenham top. Cleared away, and now there is no one playing at right back currently. Bergwijn does well. Keeps it on as well. Max Aarons is forward again. Inside for Dele Alli. Player lets that run. Player is in for his first goal in the Premier League in a Tottenham shirt. And it's 7-0 here against Palace. That is... what a way to come back. I mean, Tottenham's biggest win in history, I believe, is then... well, in Premier League history, is, I believe, their 9-1 win over Wigan. And, I mean, we're not far off that result here. 7-0 against Crystal Palace. A bad day at the office for the Crystal Palace defenders and Guaita, who has made a few mistakes here. I mean, a 7-0 win is very comfortable, and with the last kick of the game, player scores, and that is a great result to get us hopefully back on track. It's a hat-trick for Harry Kane to hopefully get him back on track. It's the first goal for player, and it's a massive boost for our goal difference, which was currently on 0. It's now going to be on +7. That was a lovely turn from Dele Alli, and the finish for our second goal of the game was brilliant. I mean, we had 18 shots and 15 on target. You cannot deny that we deserved a very high scoreline there. Any other shock results? Not really, apart from Wolves beating Chelsea, but that's not that big of a shock anymore. Regrettably, Kane picked up an injury, so he's not going to be available for the Bayern match, but he will be available for the Premier League. I'm just going to say a safe return. It's 5 days, so it's not the end of the world, luckily. A hat-trick. He gets injured and a hat-trick. It was breathtaking. It was absolutely amazing. Well, I said it was breathtaking, so I will say it's breathtaking. I mean, he didn't single-handedly dictate the game, but he played very well. Do you have any advice? Keep trying. We had a bad run at the start of the season. We needed something to hopefully give us the boost into the rest of the season, and a 7-0 win is good, but I will have to cut this out for copyright, so I'll be back in a minute. And we're back after the Champions League graphics. We'll just train up Troy Parrott yet again and Oliver Skipp. Troy Parrott getting closer to 67, Skipp edging closer to 70. Son is happy that we gave him a chance to play. Kane is out and Lo Celso can be picked again. However, I don't think I'm going to pick Lo Celso. Winks and Ndombele had an absolute blinder in the Premier League. So, as long as people aren't too tired, I think I'm going to go with Winks and Ndombele again as we go into this press conference here. How will you approach today's match without Kane? Well, we have a high squad quality. We have Player, who will be our starting striker, but we also have Son who could play there. We have Moira who could play that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ali could even give us a runabout at striker. Can your team start with a win? It's an open match against a team like Bayern. It could be very difficult, especially as we've seen how we got on against the likes of Manchester City and Arsenal. We could struggle here. Is there a chance that Bayern Munich will win? There's a good chance that we will win. They gave it their all against Crystal Palace. We won 7-0. I mean, Bayern are just probably a team who are above us. Theoretically, they're probably a better side than us. So, if we lose this, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I'm just going to go sort the team out here. So, Aaron's off and Sessegnon off. The team's looking alright. Probably could be... Might be a few... I might bring in Lo Celso to play at cam, and obviously Player will be starting up front. Or to replace the unavailable player just for this match. They'll play in their home kit, and we'll play in our home kit here. Team management. We'll give Sanchez and Alderweireld a go again, but Ali will come off for Lo Celso, but Ali will go onto the bench for Foden. Moira will start over Bergwijn in right mid, and we will bring Lo Celso off from the bench, and everyone else will remain in the starting lineup. So we'll stick with Winks and Ndombele. Gareth Bale there, I just noticed, was the player standing at the side. Obviously, ex-Tottenham player, then moved to Real Madrid. Now in this save has moved to Bayern. So we'll see how we get on. Here we go. For the Champions League game. Hopefully we can not repeat what happened in real life, which at home was a 7-2 loss to Bayern Munich. Obviously, us now coming off the back of a 7-0 win, hoping we're fairly confident. See, we're losing the player who scored a hat-trick in that match, but it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to skip through all of this, and I'll have a look at their lineup this way, just because that's a very long way of doing it. So they've got Neuer, Alaba, Schüller, Hernandez, Carvajal, Kimmich, Thiago and Müller, Bale, Coutinho and Lewandowski. Very strong side, basically their strongest. We are without two of our strongest players. Kimmich, Carvajal, and Ndombele trying to fight him off the ball, but he keeps it, gets it in. Lewandowski is there and wins it, but So a very poor shot, wasn't on target, very tame, and Lloris is able to deal with it. Sanchez plays that forward for Lo Celso. Winks, pass is too heavy. Thiago. It's a good tackle by Ndombele. Ndombele finds Lucas running down this wing. Ronaldo chops inside, is with Ndombele. It's a great chance, and he's just wide of the post here. Player is fouled this time, and it will be a free kick to us, which Son takes, whips it in. Player is underneath it, and he got away from the defenders, but could not put the header on target. Son gets that in. It's over everyone, but Lucas controls it nicely. Aurier. Lo Celso. Good attempt at an interception by Muller, but we still have the ball. We still have the ball. Player does well. Player grabs us the opening goal of the match. Our first goal in the Champions League for this. Lewandowski. Thiago Alcantara. David Alaba continues his run. Doing well. Lyon are currently 4-0 up here, and Aurier gets a good block on that. He's out for a Bayern corner as Gareth Bale goes off and is replaced by ex-Arsenal Serge Gnabry. Gnabry on this corner here. It's crossed in. Moira, the smallest player probably on the pitch, gets it away. Gnabry gets that in again, and Alaba wins that before anyone thought, but he missed it, or he was offside, one of the two. Nope, he just missed the goal. 3 minutes of stoppage time here to grab an equaliser, which they could do. I think they deserve, but we're going to try and hold them off. It's played through. Cut back. It's in. Lewandowski misses the target, and that is going to be it. We're just going to hold the ball for the last 30 seconds. And we come away with the 1-0 win here over Bayern. Very close match, but it is, in the end, 3 points in the group. I mean, saying we dominated, they didn't have a shot. Saying it was an even match, sorry. They didn't have a shot on target. Yes, we only had 3, but they didn't have a single shot on target in that match. So here we go in the post-match press conference. Could Kane have helped the team break away today? Well, yeah, but we still got the win, and it was a player who scored. I'm going to say we're a team no matter what. Yes, Kane wasn't there, but would Kane have done what player did? Maybe would Kane have scored another one? We don't know, so we have to go with what we've seen, and that was player score. The team comes first. Bergwijn didn't play. He was a little bit tired. And, I mean, he did play, but he just didn't start. What do you think made the difference? We wanted it more. We were. I'm going to say time to focus on our next match, because we shouldn't have put the game beyond doubt, and I don't feel like we were the better team. So we'll just say that we're just focusing on next match, which is against Leicester, and that will be in tomorrow's episode. So thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are new. Click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload, which is daily, 3 PM weekdays, 12 PM weekends. That's English time, GMT. Check out my Twitch and my Twitter and my Instagram in the links down below. I stream every weekend on Twitch and occasionally in the week on weekdays, on weeknights. So join me over there, and yeah, I'll see you next time.